Hera only came to clean her boss's bedroom. Then Bryce stepped out in a towel, accused her of wanting him, and pressed closer despite her warning. When his lips crashed onto hers, the innocent maid did the unthinkable, she slapped him. What will Bryce do next? Halfway through the dishes, she felt someone behind her and stirred. Turning around, she locked her eyes with a huge man with rippling muscles that almost popped out of his clothes. He was so tall that he made her feel small. "Who are you and what are you doing here?" he asked, and Hera froze instantly. "Good evening, sir. My name is Hera and I'm the new maid," she introduced herself. "Where is Miriam?" he asked instead. "In her room." "Should I serve dinner?" she asked him in a quiet voice. "Don't bother. I'm not hungry," he replied calmly. "Okay, sir. I'll just clean up and leave," she stated before turning her back to face him again. Damn that ass. It took all his willpower and might to actually look away. Turning away, he made his way towards his bedroom. Petrified, she stood up and threw her jacket over her nightwear before stalking towards the door slowly. She quietly opened it and peeked through, but is surprised to find a huge furry animal with its tongue sticking outside his mouth staring at her. Smilingly, she squats down to pet his head. "Hi there, little fella," she called softly, and he barked loudly in response. "You aren't lost, are you? Where's your master?" she asked, but he turned around and scurried away like his life depended on it. "Hold on," she hollers after it and immediately rushes outside, but bumps into a wall, or rather something that feels like a wall but cages her protectively so that she doesn't fall. Startled, she looks up to see the face of her rescuer but is surprised to see none other than her boss. She quickly pulls away from his touch like someone who has committed a sin. "Good morning, sir," she greeted nonetheless. "Good morning," Bryce replied as his eyes studied her closely, taking in the beauty of the blue eyes staring right back at him. Just then, he recognized her as the new maid that he saw last night. His eyes did a sweep on her and lingered on her breasts. Somehow, he felt his cock twitch in his pants. Hera, who noticed her boss's eyes on her chest, instinctively drew her jacket closer to cover her chests. That was when it hit her that she was clad in nothing but her nightdress, and so she excused herself and scampered out of his presence into her house. "Why don't you clean up the boss's room instead?" Miriam had requested, and she went straight up to his bedroom to carry out her orders. She opened the door to Bryce's bedroom after spotting it and let herself in when no one answered the door after she had knocked. Hera was surprised to see the room completely vandalized. She shook off the remaining thoughts and set out to work. Halfway through her cleaning, the adjoining door opposite the bedroom swings open and Bryce stepped out stark naked with nothing but his towel tied around his waist. Hera was completely appalled. She quickly turned towards the opposite direction. Her breath was coming out in pants as her heart thudded repeatedly. She just saw the complete newness of her boss. She just saw a man naked for the first time. Today isn't looking promising for her at all. After taking his bath, he rushed out of the bathroom, and that's when he saw her again. How is it possible that she's always in front of him all the time? For some weird reason, he doesn't want to see her, even though deep down he wanted nothing but to see her face all the time. He had been so messed up earlier this morning, and it's as if the universe is intentionally throwing her towards him. He had noticed how her cheeks had turned crimson red just by staring at him. Is she for real? Does she want him as well? "What are you doing in my bedroom?" he asked after gaining a little composure. The beads of water trailed off his muscular body in droplets. For now, all his attention was focused on this little petite woman standing in front of him. Still not facing him, Hera replied, "Miriam had asked me to clean out your bedroom and I came to do that." He folded his hands across his chest as he continued to stare at her with a smug grin on his face. "Is that the only reason why you came here? Just to clean up my bedroom?" he asked again. Her first reply wasn't as satisfying as he had hoped. He sounded amused, and for some reason, it bothered her. Why was he finding this funny? It wasn't funny that she got to see him naked. It's not funny that he's standing shirtless in front of her, and it's not funny that he's finding her current predicament amusing. Well, technically, he wasn't completely naked, but still, he was without clothes and just stepped out of the shower, so it counts as being naked. "I don't understand, sir," her small voice echoed with her head slightly bowed down facing the ground. "Are you saying that you didn't know that I was here in my bedroom before you walked in?" He sounded like he doesn't believe her. He had seen her type over the years. A lot of his mates had tried to seduce him, all in the name of pretense, so he was certain that she was one of them. Why would she come in here in the first place when she knows that he might be here after all? I didn't know that you were here, she said after finding her voice. I promised that I didn't. He stopped closer to her and she took a step back. Her brows knitted in confusion. Her fears suddenly becoming visible. What are you doing? She asked, moving further backwards till her butt landed on the soft fluffy bed. Bryce was staring at her now, his eyes never wavering. You came here because you wanted a piece of me, right? He asked in a husky voice that caused her blood pressure to rise involuntarily. What do you mean by that, sir? She asked innocently. Bryce was taken aback by her sudden question. Does she really not understand what he's saying, or is she just trying to act dumb? Ignoring her remark, he pressed further. I'm pretty sure you're here because you wanted me to touch you, he smirked and continued. I'm sure you've heard lots of stories about me and now you want nothing more than being with me, don't you? Listen, he said when she didn't respond. I don't usually have any sexual contact with any of my workers, but if you want it so desperately, then I guess I can make an exception. Bryce inched his face closer to her and sniffed the tendrils of her blonde hair. It smelled like a mixture of lavender and chamomile. Hera felt cold chills run all over her body at the slight contact of his face on hers. Sex. He wanted to touch her in a sinful manner. He's trying to have his way with her. She couldn't believe it. She's heard stories from the sisters in the convent about illicit relationships that people share, and she's promised herself not to give in to that sexual desires no matter what. Her chin flew up defiantly and she pushed him away as hard as she can. To Bryce, it felt like a little shove, but to her, it felt as if she just moved a huge rock with her bare hands. Don't come close to me, sir. It's not right. She warned him sternly. Don't play pretense, sweetie. I know that you want it as much as I do. His lips came closer to hers, and before her brain could process what was going on, he crushed his lips on hers, making sure to savor the taste of her plump lips on his. She tasted divine. That was the first thought that registered on his mind. It wasn't like any kiss Bryce had ever had in his life. Her lips on his tasted soft, lush and very intoxicating. More. He wanted more. He needed more, and by the heavens, he will get more. Bryce never anticipated Hera's next action. She pushed herself away from her and slapped him hard on the cheeks. Bryce was shocked and utterly confused. Disappointment coursed through him. What just happened? He touched his cheeks, and that's when it hit him that he wasn't dreaming. She just slapped him. He brought his face to look at the first woman who just dared to assault him, only to find her eyes flooded with tears. She was crying. Bryce didn't know if he should feel sorry or offended by her actions. He's the one who got slapped and she's the one who's crying. Women. He can never understand them. One minute they're acting like they want you, and the next minute they're pretending like they want absolutely nothing to do with you. Forcing herself up from the bed, Hera excused herself and ran out of his bedroom without looking back. She ran like someone who was being chased by a gang of robbers. Well, he didn't regret the kiss. The woman tasted like honey from a nectar. He most definitely doesn't regret it at all, and if given another chance, then he'll do it over and over again.